What I've noticed about hiking the Panhandle is you're either wet in the swamps or you're dry in the piney forest, and either that or you're road walking. A lot of long road walks in the Panhandle, and I avoid those like the plague. I can do that back in Michigan. Love the wild parts of Florida, but I don't want to dodge traffic. The other thing is, I heard a saying, the further north you go in Florida, the further south you get. And I think what they mean by that is, at least up here in the Panhandle, it really seems more like old Florida. I think snowbirds like me and transplants, they come to Florida for warm weather, so they go to South Florida. But once you get up to above Ocala, the population demographics start changing, and up here in the Panhandle you don't see as many fudgies, tourists, and you run into a lot of nice people up here. That's one thing about the Florida Trail I've noticed, is everybody wants to help you. Lots of trail magic, trail angels, a lot of work being done on these trails. So it's really been totally different than I thought coming across the Panhandle, but I've really enjoyed it and met a lot of interesting people. An example of this area would be miles back I went through or around Sopchapi, and it's known for worm grunting. So I guess at one time it was like the capital of fishing worms, and there was like a broker there. They still have a festival, a worm grunting festival in Sopchapi, Florida. And so they would drive a stake in the ground, and then kind of like a wood plane, they would take a piece of steel and rub it across that stake, and it makes a vibration, and all these earthworms come up. So one theory I've heard is that worms think that vibration is a gopher digging for them, so they all come to the surface while he's under there digging for them, and haul worm butt out of here as fast as worms can go. And so the natives would do this worm grunting, catch a bazillion worms, and then sell them to a worm broker, who then sold them mostly out through Georgia until the invention of the rubber worm harness came along in the fishing world. And that's just one story I've heard about this area, but there's a million stories up here, and if you talk to enough people, you'll hear some of them. That's all part of the hike. I haven't even told you about white squirrels yet. They're not, I mean, look at the eyes. They're black eyes, so they're not albinos. Some kind of genetic thing. Pretty much just found in the Apalachicola National Forest, I guess it is, or state forest area around Sopchapi. So today we're going to talk about avocados. Actually, several things you can carry in your pack. You just have to worry about shelf life. But avocado's probably one that you can carry the longest, depending on what stage it's in and incubation when you buy it and put it in your pack, and then how you carry it in your pack. But you can add it to so many things, lots of calories. Anyway, let's talk about it. So if you're going through town and you're lucky enough to find some fresh fruit, and yeah, you can check it is fruit. Green peppers, for me, cilantro. A lot of people don't like cilantro. It doesn't last very long in a pack, but I can eat a cilantro sandwich. A lot of people think cilantro's like tastes like soap, but in fact, everybody I've talked to that doesn't like cilantro says that same thing. It tastes like soap. So it must be a taste bud thing that certain people have and certain people don't. Green peppers, red peppers, they will last a while in a pack. And these things, you know, you can either get them ripe or wait for them to incubate in your pack. But you know, they don't have a ton of taste for me, and they actually kind of feel like soap. You know, but you can eat them right out of the skin. Lots of healthy fat, lots of fiber, vitamins, easy to get into. You can spoon it right out of the shell. I put it in my burritos. So you can carry these. I mean, they're heavy, but you can carry them for a few days. And again, you gotta kind of do your own timing with them to see when they're ripe. But you can add them to so many meals. Problem is trying to just find individual ones in the store. Usually they want to sell you a whole bag of them, and I don't want to carry a whole bag of them. Avocado's nothing but packaged guacamole. Keep smiling. Avocado, what makes you think you're so holy? You're just guacamole to me. You're a hard one, but I know it's just the season. These hands that I squeeze in you, eat you someday. If you buy no jalapeno, it'll kill you if it's able. Tequila Sunrise was always your best bet. And 100-pound burrito has been laid upon your table, but you want that Elvis seltzer you can't get. Avocado, I want to beat you and whip you, chip you and dip you, fall down from your tree. There's a tomato down here just dying to meet you. You better let somebody eat you. Let somebody eat you. You better let somebody eat you. Let somebody eat you. You better let somebody eat you before it's too late. Avocado, what makes you think you're so